What's up, everybody? My name is Patrick Onochi, and this is Engineering Cannabis. I'm your cannabis engineer, your informational weed man, and today's topic is big data and the cannabis industry. And this will basically be talking about, again, some of the technologies involved with big data and how that will coincide with cannabis, the cannabis industry, and how that will probably not only make it very profitable to understand big data, but also understand how that can be applied to cannabis. So currently, we all know that big data is basically what modern on. I've talked about it in numerous videos, and I'll still talk about this. So now big data is huge, and the ability to utilize that is now the key aspect. That's why we have the introduction of data science, introduction of machine learning, AI, and all other aspects. Even blockchain technology utilizes big data and protects big data. So the goal now is, how does that coincide with cannabis industry? That's easy. In every aspect of cannabis industry, big data can be utilized. For instance, if you run a dispensary, you will utilize big data. Data will be needed to understand your customers' needs and wants. You will need big data to understand how the dosages are going to be used in your customer. Currently, there is no dosage users. So big data is just one. It's going to be a huge aspect that's going to play in everyday life, especially in the cannabis space. Again, let's go with big data in terms of, let's go with cultivation. How is big data going to be crucial in cultivation? Remember, cultivation of cannabis is basically not that complicated, but if you basically grow in a huge farm, it is complicated. You will also need a master grower. Your goal at that point is to basically get the information from your master grower and basically quantify it. So how do you quantify your how do you quantify the knowledge of your master grower? That's where big data comes in. That's where your knowledge of machine learning. That's where your knowledge of taking data and accessing to different variables of your cultivation. So if, for instance, if your grower itself tells you for this strain, it has to be at this temperature, at this pH. The soil has to be at this pH, at this temperature. Your water filtration system has to be set up at this way, or your water regulation has to be. You have to regulate your water almost on a daily basis or on an hourly basis. All this information is used to basically know the amount of how to basically grow your crop consistently, because your goal is to grow a consistent crop, a consistent high yield crop each time. And the best way to do that is to collect enough data for that cultivation site where you can automate all your systems, and immediately you have a consistent system, a consistent process. Collecting enough data gives you that consistency. Knowing how to use that data gives you that consistency. So big data is going to help you in cultivation. Also, big data can help you in logistics. Big data can help you in security. Big data can help you in any aspects of cannabis. So your goal is to know how to infuse big data in your everyday cultivation or everyday cannabis growth. And currently, every company knows how important big data is, and knows how important data can basically influence their basically growth. Right now, Chick-fil-A is hiring data scientists. Why? Why is Chick-fil-A a big brand, national brand, hiring data scientists? Because the data itself can basically predict what kind of flavors, or what kind of service, or what kind of location will be our best fit for Chick-fil-A. Or If Chick-fil-A decides to bring a new chicken sandwich or a new flavor with enough data, with enough variables being collected for all the other chicken sandwich, big data can help basically see how to improve either the chicken sandwich or see if that's going to be accepted. So big data provides variables, provides that insight into your product itself. It gives you more insight to your products. Companies have figured it out. Companies like Facebook, Google have figured out that your individual data is now big money. You're a consumer. So if I have as much knowledge around you, as a consumer, if I know enough about you, I can then basically predict what products you will like. Amazon uses that, enough data on each individual, each consumer, and creates an algorithm on it. So that's what they do. That's what each company does. And that's what every company is going to continue doing. Small or big, you will have to utilize data to basically drive either your products or your services. If you're gonna run a security agency, you will need data. That's a given. You will need data to know what's going on around your area you're basically providing security for. You will need data to predict how the likelihood of a certain crime that will be committed in that area. You will need that information, and that is what big data provides. Again, big data and cannabis goes hand in hand. Again, I've said it from cultivation to security, and also now to consumer products. If you're going to sell CBD products and all that, if I have enough data on CBD and I know and I know what might influence people to buy CBD product, do you think I won't utilize that? That's what big data provides. The ability to forecast what individuals and what consumers will like if it's in cannabis space, from CBD to infused products. So big data is going to be a huge player in the cannabis space. And the goal is to understand how to utilize that data using, again, machine learning, using AI, neural networking, statistical modeling, using any kind of tool to basically help you disseminate that data itself, especially for the cannabis space. So what am I telling you? Big data is going to be a key player. So knowing how to disseminate that data, knowing how to utilize that data, knowing how to use that data to predict consumer interests, you'll be a big key player in it. And I'm learning big data each time. I'm learning machine learning, blockchain technology, just learning each day and seeing how that can be applied into everyday cannabis industry. Again, my name is Patrick Anochi. This is Engineering Cannabis. I'm a cannabis engineer, your informational weed man, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.